Indian roads are the most dangerous in the world, but how dangerous or tough can they get? Well, that's what we're going to find out in a drive today from our office here to Mahabaleshwar, and the conditions couldn't be any worse. Well, we've got monsoons, we've got rains, we've got potholes, lots of them, broken highways and unfinished roads, people coming the wrong way, and finally even a mountain road with full fog. Yes, it's all about surviving on Indian roads. My wife's not too happy about it, so the one thing I've promised her is I'll do it in a car that's as safe as possible. And for that, I've got with me the Volvo XC40 Recharge.
So what are the checks to keep in mind before you venture out in such trying conditions? Well, firstly, check your tire pressure. Top up the wiper fluid, wipe down your windscreen with a clean microfiber cloth, and adjust your steering wheel and seating position.
And also playing on my mind will be range. Now, I'm on a road where there's absolutely no charging network, but I've got 100% range and about 420 kilometers. Should be good enough. To be honest, it's not all bad. You've got this marvel of the Atal Setu, which really has transformed getting out of Mumbai. And it's over here that you can really use the ADAS features. So I have set the cruise control to the speed limit. This really does take a lot of the sting out of driving, especially when you know you've got an extra pair of eyes keeping track of what's in front and what's on the left and right of you. Now, what's really treacherous is when you're driving on this nice smooth concrete road, suddenly it all disintegrates into a sea of potholes. Now, one tip, don't brake in a pothole. That's really the worst thing you can do, because what you do is you use up all your suspension travel in the braking as the nose dips, and you can hit the bump stop very, very easily. Now, after the first toll on the Mumbai-Pune expressway, you have a choice. You can take the longer and safer route to Mahabaleshwar via Pune, or you can take the shorter, more winding and more difficult road via Pali and Mahad. And that's what we're going to take. Now we are on NH66. This is really where it gets bad, and oof, you just hit these bad patches of road. It's a partly done highway, so you're cruising along quite merrily, and then suddenly you have to slow down for what looks like the far side of the moon. And what's tricky also on this unfinished highway are the diversions. Suddenly there's a 2-lane road, it becomes 1 lane, and when it becomes 1 lane, you don't know, so you suddenly get oncoming traffic, so you really have to keep your wits about you. Now, the trick really when driving at night always is to keep a safe distance, and of course to dial down your speed, because what you need is lots of reaction time in case something just jumps at you. And to be honest, usually it's some sort of a pothole. God. Yeah, that's the bad patch I was telling you about. We just suddenly springs on you, and in the night you just can't see. Roads are badly lit, they are wet, so really very, very difficult conditions to drive in.
For night driving, all-round visibility is super important. The good thing is that the wiper sweep of the XC40 leaves no blind spots. Even the rear wipers ensure great visibility. I just love the XC40's adaptive LED lights, which adjust the beam pattern based on the driving condition. They light up the road superbly and don't dazzle other drivers. I love the in-cabin lighting too, like the lit door pocket, which makes accessing my water bottle quite easy. One silly mistake many drivers make is turning on their hazard lights while driving in the rain. Now, hazard lights are specifically meant for emergency situations, such as when your vehicle is stationary and poses a danger to others.
Oh my God. Oh. More than that, you get all sorts of hazards. You get trucks with no lights, trucks with those absolutely lethal steel rods sticking out of them. So once again, it's just very simple. Keep a safe distance. Now, why I took the XC40 Recharge, other than it being a very safe car, is because, well, it's an SUV, so a high seating position, and the XC40 has some decent wheel travel, so you can slip or drop in and out of those potholes and come out of them without really breaking something. Visibility is great. You've got a lot of driver aids, so that also is a big help. Brakes are fantastic, and even when you have to take evasive maneuvers to avoid a sudden pothole that pops up at you, car feels really stable and planted. I have to say, I'm feeling nice and cocooned in the XC40 Recharge. This is possibly the safest brand in the world, and that gives you a lot of confidence when you're driving in what feels like a war zone. So I've peeled off from NH66 for the last leg to Mahabaleshwar on the 40-kilometer Ambinali Ghat. It's a narrow, winding road, but it's pretty smooth. It was just resurfaced before the monsoon, and it's still in good shape. And you've got these cat's eyes, which really gives you an idea of the direction the road is going. Now, altitude is a big range killer, and we're going from almost sea level to 4,500 feet. So the battery is definitely going to get juiced a lot faster than usual. This is the end of the leg, and obviously there is no charging on this road. So it's always the most stressful bit as far as range goes, but I'm not worried at all because I've still got 49%, and let's see. Yep, with just 28 kilometers to go. Yep, the fog is quite thick. Now it's getting thicker, and the edge of the road is what you need to be focusing on. Keep the lights on dip. A dip beam always works better in fog, as you can see, because with high beam, the lights just reflect straight back off and onto you.
Again, keep a safe speed. Don't go faster than your vision allows, because in fog and mist, a sudden sharp corner can catch you out and send you off the road.
So finally home in Mahabaleshwar. I have to say, I haven't done a drive like this in a long time. Done in completely adverse conditions, in the night, in the rain, terrible road conditions, and that last bit with almost no visibility in the fog. But we are finally here. Now, what's the point of doing something like this? Well, the point really is that however adverse the conditions, and we know roads in India are super dangerous, but if you drive safely, correctly, and in a super safe car like the Volvo XC40 Recharge, you can get to your destination safe and sound.